Oh,
Wait, that looks like it's sharp.
That looks like it hurts.
Welcome everyone to episode 2 of Never Ready Remastered. I believe that's what we're going with for now.
Sure, DX.
Remastered.
Rebooted.
2 point whatever.
Well, actually, it'd be kind of like 3 point. Or 4 point, actually.
No. We're in version like 0 point something.
We're like those AOL discs you used to get in the middle.
Yeah.
This is like those...
No, never with the floppy disks right now.
This is like those games on Patreon where, you always have a point something, but they never get finished.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
that's what we are.
The only time I ever got in the internet, somebody stole a whole bunch of those AOL things. And it was like, what, 2 days of... You remember? It was like 2 days of internet?
Wait,
The
what?
AOL disc?
Yeah,
You
yes.
get like a couple
Yeah,
days
but-
in?
Oh, yeah, that shit, free.
You remember those shits?
Yeah. Oh, so back in those days, there wasn't like a way to authenticate. Like, oh, I need to use a different email, or whatever.
Nah.
You didn't need an email, did you?
You just...
No, you created your
You
email.
created every time you did one.
So you just made a new email every single time?
There's probably Buttmaster 45 somewhere in...
Then 46, 47.
Yeah, man.
The whole Buttmaster Dynasty is
All I
awesome.
wanted to do was go on the internet, okay?
A buddy of mine literally would just come up with stupid screen names to make up, and we had like
Yo,
30 accounts.
I had the dumbest screen name, and I tried to look it up, and I don't know what it's probably used for, but it was. I
was still
took
active.
I'm not even gonna say the screen name. Don't want any people listening.
I speaking of those times, like I just remember like they used to mail those discs out constantly.
Yeah, my cousin
Like-
used to steal those and then bring them to my house, and we had internet for a week until somebody picked up the phone.
What's the statute of limitations on that?
I'd said
Trust me, I think AOLs have money for anything right now.
Time Warner does.
They killed AIM. They killed AIM.
Yep.
AIM was
What
bringing
is
back
what
AIM.
does AOL? What is it now? Is it like a news site now or something? Like what is
It's
AOL?
basically just like an email and like news site.
Can we go to AOL just to see the website?
Okay.
AOL.com.
I'm dying.
AOL or you?
Both.
Oh my god. Stay.
Yeah. So it's just like a Yahoo, right?
Okay,
Like,
so these people are stupid. You know why? Because if you log into AOL, the website, if you go AOL.com, you know what it should do? It should do the login into the Matrix shit. It needs to do that. You got AOL.
It does.
At
If
me.
you, it does if you go. You still go to your email. Well, not the scrambling, but it does. They still got the good.
hey, you guys remember AIM?
Oh my, yo. My first boob was to AIM, bro. But like, yo, you gonna send me a picture? And it was like some picture of some old ass lady that they got off the internet. But hey, it worked.
From fucking grandmascookies.com.
Oh, you had a picture of Dolly Parton.
Yo,
Next best thing right there.
oh, I thought Dolly Parton smashes. That's all I heard.
I read that part too.
I was like, wait a minute, damn. AOL's like reading it. We're the only peoples on this website right now.
Remember when they used to have those little tickers in the bottom and tell you how many people have been in the website?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I watch you. They're like a bad sale. Like those salespeople. They're trying to get you. If you try to back out, it's like, are you sure you want to back? Yo, hold on before you back out of the website.
Please don't leave this website, I'll die. There's like a family of Indian people right now.
So
on this side.
if you're still holding on as to find out what we're talking about,
Jack shit.
this is about it.
That's it, we're good.
So
See ya.
games, movies.
Pornos.
I'll put it back. Sorry.
You should have seen Pinter's face. He had his tongue out and everything. So seductive.
Yeah.
He's rubbing his gut.
Feels like cottage cheese.
Jesus Christ.
I got ass made by McDonald's.
I feel like I should do this disclaimer. I know for a fact at least 2/3 of us have not done any drugs prior to this show.
I'm good.
I can't speak for the last third.
I don't know how-
Oh, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the one that. I know as hard as it might. We should take a poll on how many people think
Listen.
I actually do drugs.
You know,
They gotta get. Oh, by the way, motherfuckers, none of you guys ever sent me $1. I'm kind of mad.
I mean,
that
for this,
Lambo ain't coming, bro.
I mean for this quality content here.
That Lambo ain't coming.
Sorry, did I get you?
No.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Oh man. Just show your life, it goes to crap, but as long as you have a podcast, you'll feel better immediately you start talking.
That's what we all going through shit.
So guys,
Going
how can we
through
segue AIM into games?
Just rhyme.
AIM games.
AIM game. Hey, rhymes. All right.
Remember you used to BAM! Oh my god, Justin Bieber.
Justin Biebs.
You think he plays video games?
Can you believe? God, like
No, let me get off this website. I'm gonna hit by all the headlines.
Grammys, necklaces. Oh God.
Let me just go with something generic.
Guys, we're in the heat of 2020. We're in 2020. You guys knew that?
Yeah, the world's already ending.
You guys know it's like been 10 years?
2020?
2020.
10 is only.
Yeah, we know because we did our countdown last week.
How many people listen to that?
No, I don't fucking know.
How many people listen to that? Let me know right now.
Again, no drugs.
By the way, none of
That we know of.
What the hell was that? Jesus?
I think that was just your stomach.
No, I ate this full. It's full of steak and cheese and.
I had chili. And they made some big ass thing of chili. Some cheese on top.
Bro, you didn't bring any?
No.
Yo, when you make it
Not
chili. Yo, George makes a badass chili.
I wasn't invited, so it doesn't exist.
I was. Well, I kind of just like attached myself to this whole situation.
Yeah,
like,
I don't need to invite Pedro. He just shows up.
like I've never been invited here. I just
Just appears. So seriously,
I still don't know how he got in here in the first place. He just showed up.
I know.
do you guys want to talk about movies or games?
I don't care.
Whatever.
Let's flow. Let's flow it.
Fine. Let's talk about 2020, next gen, whatever. Like, what does it talk about, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna spend so much money.
yeah. Are you guys
gonna go broke at the end of the year?
Are you guys gonna jump on next gen right away?
I am. I always wait, and I don't want to do that.
I still got my old PS4 upstairs.
This is the same one from the launch, right?
Yeah.
Does it sound like a jet engine still? No.
It does. From time to time, it does.
Yo,
Dude, before I switched my PS4 to the Pro, I remember playing Horizon, bro. I would wear headphones, like surround sound headphones, and I would hear the fuck my PS4 like a jet engine.
It's usually after playing for more than an hour, that's when it starts. You start hearing it.
But you know what that is though? Supposedly is the fan gets dirty, so you need to like legit clean it.
my Xbox. The minute I log into to Facebook, to Netflix, it just goes.
Wait, you still have the fucking big boy?
I have the big boy OG since Double OG #1 ready to go.
Did you get it when it first came out, like launch?
I bought it when it first came out, but I didn't buy it like I bought it used. So what happened was I had a boy that worked at Bull Moose, and a crackhead traded it in at Bull Moose. And the minute it was ready to get sold, he called me. It's like, yo, we got a great deal on this thing. It was like 200. It was like, what was it when they came out? They were like bad expensive.
It's 500.
For 500,
Because
it's
it came with Connect.
it's 250, and it comes with a Connect. I was like, say no more.
I would have been like, I'll give it 200. Take the Connect out.
I still got the damn Connect. I didn't pay any extra. And they thought I was just gonna be at regular. Yeah. So it was like,
Did you use Connect? Do you use Connect? I mean, it doesn't work anymore, right?
it still works. Like you control, you tell Xbox turn on. Ooh, I feel like I'm in the Matrix. It's awesome. It's great. I love it. I never used it for like.
How about you in Connect, George? What's your experience?
Going through changes.
I do have a PlayStation camera, which literally does the same thing. So.
No, but I ain't use it on that crap. I fucking hate it when some like I think it's the cameras. Is that microphone in there or something? Because sometimes it'd be like, what did you say? I'm like, I didn't say anything. Like I'm trying to.
Yeah,
The worst time to have a camera. This is for especially for people who love sports games. Do not play NBA 2K with the camera mic on.
Oh, cause it
hears you, and if you swear, you get a technical foul in the game.
So we go fuck. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
when I'm like, fuck, I missed that shot. I just hear beep, technical foul. I'm
Get
like,
the fuck out of here. The
Like,
video
what?
game snitches on you now?
Yeah.
It's some bullshit. Fuck you.
It almost sounds like what Microsoft was trying to do last time with the Xbox. Did you remember the rumors were like that the camera would sense how many people are watching a movie?
yeah.
So like if you rented a movie or whatever for like, oh, it's only a license for 3 people, the camera will see a 4th person. Like, oh, there's 4 people there watching. When they figure it out. The hell is that? I hear noises.
It was a bird. I killed it.
All right,
Yeah.
so
My cat's still up.
so let's go over some of the stuff that we know about next gen, boys. How about that? All right, so we know the Xbox is called the Xbox Series.
It's gonna
X.
be black.
It's gonna be black. It looks like a tower.
There's gonna be some green shit on
We
it.
know one of them is going to be black.
Yeah, we don't know the. But you would assume, right? Like
Yeah.
every console for PS4, PlayStation has been black except for the first one, right? Like from the get. How crazy would it be if they actually released like the PS5 looking like gray, like the original, like the OG?
That'd be
cool.
awesome, honestly. I'd be down for it.
You think it'll play? Like with the logo would be like colored in?
I think they're still going to keep it black.
Yeah, I think they will too.
That seems to be the go-to color for all consoles now. Is black.
Yeah. And sharp edges, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the PS5 is gonna? Do you think the PS5 is gonna look? Is gonna try anything bold like the Xbox is trying to do, or are they gonna keep it VCR style?
Well, I think they're gonna keep because I think they've already said it's gonna have a disk drive. And it's gonna.
No, but I mean as far as design.
I think they'd still keep it.
Keep it, cause like so.
If it ain't broke,
Don't think. Yeah, but like the thing is like so. From what I understand,
I mean, it might be a little small.
I think Phil Spencer said that the reason the system is shaped that way is because the way the stuff that's in it that's the most efficient way to cool it. So they figured out first how they need to build it to put the parts in there to make it as powerful as it can be without overheating. And that's what they figured out on top of each other. It's a massive fan that fucking cools everything at once. So and if the PS5 is similar in power, Series X.
I know. You look at the specs. Like always, there's tiny differences in each, not much.
But Sony has crazy Japanese engineers.
The thing is that Sony is a hardware company, so like they know how to make good looking.
Microsoft's kind of a computer company.
We
software.
make boxes that look okay.
Yeah, like. I'm just want like honestly all these fucking leaks and shit online. I'm tired. Like I just want them to finally announce their shit. Like I'm beginning to doubt.
All these leakers are announcing shit for them. They don't need to.
No, but I think it's all bullshit. It's the thing.
You think E3 is dead?
In its form.
Yeah, in its current form, yes. Whether or not it'll exist as like a day that everybody just agrees on, like well this week we're gonna show shit. You know what I mean? Like. That's the part that we
like. I remember actually. I feel like every years is like just going down.
Yeah, but like the thing is, as a fan of games and E3 to me is like the Christmas. It's like it's like getting a snapshot of the future, right? It's like Disney does their expos, right, or Comic-Con. You get like getting like those trailers, seeing a snapshot to the future. And I still miss that. Like when 2013 was Microsoft versus Sony, or 2005 Microsoft versus Sony, like that kind of like wrestling match aspect of it, like
what are you gonna do, brother?
Yeah, and then
when these Sony Pythons get their hands around,
I know when PlayStation 4 picked up Xbox,
I don't know what's going on.
Andrew the Giant style and fucking
They're
just got
talking about
launched.
wrestling. I don't know shit about wrestling.
See that was 2013. That like Xbox versus PlayStation. I miss that. I know PlayStation doesn't need E3, but to me as a fan of this shit, like this is still cool, right? Like
it's like your Super Bowl.
Well, it's like
pretty much.
Yeah, I believe people who have been there last year's E3 said that it felt empty without Sony there, because you have Microsoft occupying one big hall, and then the other hall that Sony normally is in is just nothing.
But it's to remember, like Microsoft technically is not there.
No.
they don't have a booth space in there. They have like mixer stations. Everything else they have there in the Microsoft Theater, which you don't need an E3 badge. It's like a thing happening during E3, which is, you know what I mean. So like Microsoft is also like on the edge of it. They're like playing both sides.
Their conference there. That's about it.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Nintendo doesn't do a conference. They just have a
Nintendo's been out for years.
Yeah, that was 2013.
Hey, you guys want to try to go to PAX this year?
No.
Okay. I'll probably go again.
So,
I did last year.
Yeah,
is there anything from the features that you guys know about the next gen that excites you guys?
I don't know how I got on a FedEx thing right now.
Yeah, what are you doing with FedEx?
Yeah, I have no clue why.
Wait, anything excites me about what?
The next gen?
Like any features that you've heard.
I'm more excited about how like real shit's gonna start looking.
So graphics.
Like, graphics are my main thing. They've always been my main thing.
Sure.
But I want to see a lot of like throwback games come back, like something that like games that. You know what? I feel like next gen should be the generation for those games that people really tried hard to get and failed, but were a good concept because of technical limitations. It couldn't do. I feel like this would be the generation to be like, hey, listen, we tried. Here's this. Please fucking accept it.
It's definitely gonna be a weird thing, because I think after this gen, loading screens in general will be a thing of the past. Like I think in 10 years we'll look back at loading.
How would I know about random things about the game?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. 'Cause you know how sometimes they used to.
Oh, the random tips. How would I know the tips?
I would be really upset if
Do I gotta
can't.
buy manuals again? Or you fucking
No, but you know what they'll do? They'll probably, like, if you die or whatever, they'll probably give you a screen. You just press A right away.
People will have. It's like the Matrix. You can't have everything perfect.
It's true, but they all have SSDs. So the thing, the consoles are built with SSDs, and so the idea, like the whole, like Sony was saying, having like 3 games or 2 games suspended in the background at once, like you'll be able to have like save states of a game and just resume it immediately, like or in a PlayStation, probably Xbox will do the same thing. Like you'll be able to like start looking at matchmaking without launching the game, like from the
I
menu.
feel like the Xbox already kind of does that now.
Not really.
Like, have you played Star Wars, Star Wars, whatever, Fallen Order?
Yes.
I like started right where I left off.
No. That's a save file. I mean, as far as like a state,
Like actually in the middle of something.
like in the middle of anything.
Like when you're playing an emulator.
Yeah, like that.
We don't do that. Those are illegal.
Or that thing that they said that, I don't know if they officially announced it, but when you download a game, you download the part you actually want to play.
Because
like if you're like Call of Duty and you don't want to play the single player, you just want to do multiplayer, you can just download the multiplayer.
and that's
portion.
it.
That way you don't have that single player holding up all that hard drive space on your disc.
So, because
But if you want the whole thing, you can do the whole thing.
Okay.
Because trust me, I have friends who literally buy Call of Duty and never touch a single player.
Those people are weird.
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's an issue. Like, actually, the idea of storage is something that I think about, because this 360 PS3 eras, PS3 were a little bit bigger, but like, let's say the average game was like about 5 to 8 gigs, 10, right? Some PS3 games went further because of the Blu-ray, right? This gen, they started like around 50, and now, like, especially in the Xbox One X shit and PS4 Pros, they're like 100 gigs.
I just downloaded
I got a
70.
2 terabyte.
I got 2.
But that won't be the case anymore, because I don't think you'll be able to plug in that mechanical drive to the next gen consoles, because it's SSDs now.
So then you gotta start buying solid state
But they all,
SSD.
I believe they're going to be external hard drive compatible, maybe.
But how would that work? If a game is built with SSD in mind, how can you plug in a mechanical drive? If you could plug in also with Sony, I don't know, because their SSD technology is proprietary. Are they going to pull a Vita? And it's like, oh yeah, in order for you to update the storage in this thing, you have to buy it through us or SSD technology.
Because that worked out so well for Vita.
Exactly. So like, they better not try some bullshit like that.
As soon as they announced, as soon as they were going with the word, before memory card finished coming out of their mouths, people were like, "What?"
No, that was expensive though, because
Exactly.
for Vita, it was like how much was it? For 16 gig was like almost $100.
When
It
do
was
you
ridiculous.
when do you
buy games,
when
I
do you
wanna
think
buy
we're gonna find out
But what?
about all this stuff? Like, when are we gonna know?
It looks like Microsoft is going to end up announcing before.
I don't know. I think Sony would have gone for it, because the rumors are in February. I don't think it's gonna happen unless it happens at the latter end of February.
Do you think they're what? Do you think either PlayStation or Xbox has the probability of actually ending up like Dreamcast and announcing their shit way too early, and gives the other guy
No,
too
because
much?
they're going to come out at the same time.
Because remember that shit. That was horrible.
They just released way too early.
Oh wait, we're gonna check out the Dreamcast. Sorry,
See, the thing about the Dreamcast, that it was unfortunate because the PS2 was like looming right over it. Like,
I still think the Dreamcast was the best system of that era.
Dreamcast was good, but like
It was innovative.
I get bullshit for having a Dreamcast. Some people like I have friends that are like,
I want a Dreamcast so
what?
bad,
And I
but-
want to look at you like I'll stab you in the face. I don't care.
One of my friends has a modded Dreamcast that has all the games built in.
Well, yeah, that's because he's a sociopath. Like, be a
No,
real
it's because
collector.
he's got.
Oh, is that the dude?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not. I did see that guy hit his head really hard. One time. I've never seen anybody hit their head that hard. Like his head.
And he bounced right back up like it
Yeah,
didn't
like,
happen.
he hit dirt and it sounded like this.
and who was that?
Been playing volleyball. It's a buddy of mine. Pedro
mean-
was amazed.
I like every time I see that guy.
Seeing us all go out there, freaking.
Every time I think about like he misses the guy, I want to ask him like, is his head okay? Like that's how
Yo,
bad.
you sure you're good?
Like you alright?
Dude, that's him. That's always been him. That's what we expect every time he plays volleyball. Is he like how many times is he gonna throw himself on the ground?
Is he Dominican?
No, he's Chinese.
No, he's Asian. Guys. Couple
Next gen. What the fuck are we talking about?
stuff.
Also, so the games for next gen, if you figure if going exponentially here, going up, they gotta be like 200 gigs, like right. So that's why we needed like a storage solution, because they're gonna have to get smart how they download stuff, because you assume they're gonna have like a terabyte, right? That's the minimum. It can't be any.
100 gigs, it means you can put probably 1 terabyte. You can put 2
I don't think
gigs.
anything's gonna have 100 gigs. I think minimum I would see them come out as the 500 gig.
70.
There's absolutely
I don't think
no
they
way.
would. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
70. Like I said, a friend of mine
terabytes in this.
bought me, gifted me Fallout 76, and it was 90 gigs.
Exactly. So what I mean, the game was like trash. It's still 90 gigs.
It was, yeah. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
I'll let you know next week.
Good job.
Tomorrow. When I play tomorrow.
You let me know next week tomorrow.
Listen, I talk backwards. Oh shit, I might not.
So I think they need to get smart how you like. I think they need to give you more control over how you install these games. So it could be like install only chapters 1 through 5, and then
So this PlayStation has said that they'll do the download of either the single player or multiplayer.
yeah, PlayStation is the one that's come out and say. But like you assume.
I assume Xbox.
You would assume, right? Like that they're also going the same route, and the PlayStation is the one that said that you could like, Pedro, like I was saying, you could like do matchmaking from the menu. You have to click the game, like start looking for a match for this game, and where it gets the match, it'll launch to the game right into the match. There's no loading or nothing because all through SSD. There's no.
I get that.
That's interesting to me.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
You can have multiple games like looking for matches, and the first one that finds it, you fucking launch that one.
this is the hard part about this stuff. Like speculating shit for me is hard.
Yeah, because
like,
you just can't.
I'm the type of person like once it. If I'm gonna get Xbox first, right? I'm probably only gonna get Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm still talking about getting a PS4 or still. Why really get a PS4?
Dude, I feel like if you get a PlayStation, you might not go back. I mean,
because there's a lot of games I know he'll love on PlayStation.
but there's the thing. To me, I don't see it as a. To me personally, I've never seen it as a one or the other. I don't see it that way. To me, it's just games. Like to me,
I admitted when I got
It's a fight.
when I got rid of my Xbox, it was just because
you weren't using it.
I wasn't using it. They had nothing on there that was like, I need you to play me. So it was like, not that the system was bad. It just had nothing that. I was like, I can play all these on my PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need this.
A lot of it is. I'm not saying you can't have a preference, right? You can have your preferences. What I mean is like, I don't see it like these people like see it. Like honestly, dude, I go online and I get depressed, and honestly, a lot of it is Sony fanboys. Like the fan, it makes it toxic sometimes to go on like on Twitter and shit because it's just these people are
We're probably gonna get shit for this.
no, but like these people, like specific people, are constantly just talking down on Xbox. Like,
It's just
like
showing you
dude.
a quick load time.
Oh yeah, so watch this.
This PS5, that's PS4 Pro playing the Spider-Man game.
0.83 under a second to load the game.
And that was 8 seconds to load the first screen. That's it swinging in PS4 Pro.
Yeah, because you have to remember, walking speeds and all that stuff is tied to the speed of the hard drive and the CPU, the loading textures.
Let's see how it stops. That's the
So you see how it stops because it's loading the next little area on a
next gen.
Yeah, so on SSD, just fucking there's no loading. So you can imagine the type of games now that you'll be able to just like fucking fly through the like. You could make an actual Superman game that can fly through there like that, like now, because there's no limitations to the loading and how fast it is.
Yeah, it's just a tech demo, but just showing you how it would work. Just giving you a visual of how.
That to me is exciting because it tells me. I think it gets exciting because I think my kid by the time he's playing games and like when he's like a teenager.
When he's not letting you play.
Exactly. Like I think
My dad's weird.
I think I wonder if loading screens will be a thing that I'll tell him. Yeah, back in the day we had to like load. You know what I mean?
It's
Like that's a
when people
weird
used
thing.
to play like 16-bit. Oh yeah, I used to play flight simulators and shit like that. Oh my god, do you remember when those Microsoft
Flight Simulator.
yeah.
That game looks
That's
absolutely
probably the only
fantastic.
reason why I'm not getting an Xbox.
See, there's a lot of people like arguing because you know what's going on now.
You gotta love Peter because he's gonna buy an Xbox for like the weirdest fucking games out there.
I'm gonna be playing. Everyone's like, you play Halo? Nobody be
Yo,
playing.
bro, you get that new Halo? Nah, I got
Fuck
that
no.
flight simulator, yo.
I flew a Cessna the other day, though.
So
Watch me on-
so are you planning to get a next gen Xbox, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
my initial plan.
Okay, so did you know that
Till he comes over and he sees me playing a PS5, he's like, so what game you playing?
Yeah, probably true. That's how it usually works.
did you know that the games that work, I mean the quote unquote exclusive games on the next gen Xbox will also work on the Xbox One. So Halo Infinite will come out for Series X, but if you buy it, it'll just work on your Xbox One as well. You get a shitty version of it, but it'll work. Does that tell you, nah, I don't need to get it right away, or you're like, fuck, I want to play the best version of this game?
No, that tells me that when my bank account tells me I can't afford an Xbox X whatever,
Yeah.
I can still buy the games and enjoy them at a slower pace from everybody else.
But
I was that dude when Xbox came out and everybody was, and I bought Battlefield and I was like, oh, we're doing 8-player, and then my friends with the Xbox One were like, yeah, we're playing like 16 players deep right now, man. It's great. What the fuck are you doing?
16,
I'm like,
they're like fucking 42 now.
you're like, shut up, and you just ran out of the room.
bitch.
So,
Yeah,
George,
I was decent at shooting games until freaking I got the next gen systems back then.
Dude,
I played Battlefront and there's like 100 players on the field. I'm like,
I've gotten.
where did I get shot
I know.
from?
You just
Who
died.
got out of here? I took 2 steps.
You ever play a game thinking that you were okay at it and then play with other people and people are like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm nasty and I didn't know it. Like, it's gross. Like, I don't even want to, like, toot, but toot. Like, I was playing with a couple guys from work. Like, yeah, let's play some Call of Duty. I'm like, all right, cool, we'll play.
You wrecked?
I'm like, we're playing team deathmatch and I got 38 kills and I died 3 times and I'm not a camper. I run around like because I have ADD. I can't fucking stay. Like, I don't know how people do it. Like, I can't snipe and I have to get like a gun and run and gun.
Sentence.
I can't even finish a thought. What was I talking about? Squirrel, cat, balls. All right. Yeah, but like, yeah. So like, I was playing with a bunch of people and it was like I've been having that. I think I'm gonna start like broadcasting me playing.
So like that's my question. Like, so to you, so what's that like? So the fact that the game's also coming out on a regular Xbox One, it's like, okay, it gives you pause to be like, okay, I could wait a little bit.
Yeah.
But does that still get you excited to get a next gen Xbox? Or you're like, I'll continue until they don't make any more games for Xbox One?
Like, I've never been that guy. Like, because that's part of the industry. You know what I mean? It's part of it. Like, all right, we're gonna make games up to whatever point, and then we'll stop making them. But that era, you actually, I don't know.
For the first year, like I'm saying, like, because a lot of people are kind of upset about this because, like, wait, how come there's no exclusive games that take like that are just for the series? Why should I get a? Why would I get a Series
Because
X?
when was the last time they did that?
See,
That's the first time the console's done
Exactly. So why would anybody who gets mad about that has not listened to the history and noticed that they don't do that.
people used to get pissed off when they take time away from development of a next gen game to develop the old gen version because, you know, it's like, well, we don't want to forget them. So now they're doing a way where they can kind of have it kind of built in where it's like basically like a PC.
Yeah, like the
oh,
lower settings.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, just the lower settings, but if you want to play the real version, you get this system and play it with.
So to
But
you,
technically, I'm fucked because the lower gen one, it probably only works on the X.
no, it'll work on that. Your VCR.
Oh, really? On my VCR? Hey, listen, don't you talk shit about that VCR.
Hey, I had the VCR.
I love it.
VCR, it's the Betamax. Right?
Listen,
Cowboy beat.
so George, what about you? Like, do you feel like this? Do you think this strategy for Microsoft will pay off, or you think or are they like letting Sony like be like? Because Sony will have exclusive PS5 games only on PS5.
They will, but I know Microsoft is going to have some, just not at launch because they've just bought these past 2 years. They bought like 800 studios or something like that. Obviously, we've seen stuff from Ninja Theory already.
Yeah. So let's say PlayStation was doing this. The games are also coming out on PS4. All the exclusives.
Which they probably are. They just haven't said it.
I highly doubt that.
No.
But let's say the games are also the same thing.
Yeah.
Pedro?
I'm raising my hand. I'm sorry, I'm not divulging what we were talking about, but I just noticed something.
What?
This is the first time I see it.
120?
What the fuck is 8K? I'm here saving up to get a 4K TV.
Don't worry about it.
What the hell?
Don't worry,
8K is future proofing it, but like.
And for this, just if you go back before Xbox One and PS4 came out, they were both touting 4K, and at launch, I don't think either of them.
No,
really
they never hit it. They never hit that.
Then they had to build other systems that were compatible with
They needed to boost up the GPU clocks of the.
But before, they were like, this is going to be 4K compatible.
I'm saving $20 a day.
But the thing is, like, just because it's 8K doesn't mean native 8K. It could be the upscale to 8K.
And it says 8K support.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
It's like, we know none of you have an 8K TV.
Yeah, because notice the difference. Native 4K, 8K support. That's a very different.
That's for the Illuminati. They all got it.
So like I was saying, George. So like if the PS5 was doing the same strategy,
Yeah.
would that give you pause to buy a PS5 at the get? Or you're like, no, I want the next fucking shiniest thing, and I want to see the best graphics on this thing.
I always get the next shiniest thing.
Anyways.
That's just me. I always. Right
So
out the gate.
regardless, you would have gotten the PS5
Yeah.
and tossed that PS4 out the window like immediately.
I wouldn't
So-
toss it right away because the same thing I did with my PS3
I still have my.
until I feel like it's actually worth it. But if they're playing the same thing, and they're gonna have backwards compatibility, which they've
With the first party, I mean, with everything technically, but we don't know if they're gonna. The thing I'm afraid of that they're gonna start charging you for like an upgraded version. They shouldn't, because these consoles are legit. Like the PS4 and the PS5 are very like the same architecture.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be no.
I know that
They should patch it up, and
they
that's
say
it.
they've already cracked a way to get the PS2 and PS1 games.
They're
or PS3. too.
PS3 is the one that I'm still a little like
But they
iffy
have
about.
said that they think they found a way to get
To do it,
to do it all.
or maybe it's a case by case basis. Like
Probably.
certain games they'll be able to do.
I'm sure that's what it's going to be.
Maybe
It's
just the
gonna be
first
something
party
else.
stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Which I'd be fine with that if it's just first party stuff.
But I hope it knows. I hope PlayStation has your license history, so it knows all the games that you've bought.
Yes,
for PS3.
I do. That's the one thing I don't want to rebuy.
That's I don't want to
games.
buy.
Because who knows? If you count from like every system you had up till now, you alone, you bought Witcher like 80 times now.
Yeah.
This man owns more copies of Witcher 3 than I've ever seen in my life.
I think I've only.
Dude, I got it. I got it on the Xbox One X. It was $12 the other day, complete edition. What?
It's on Game Pass.
I know, but I bought it before it was announced for Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass.
But the Game Pass one is the basic. I got the complete edition for $12.
It's on Game Pass.
And
It's
Plague-
on Game Pass.
Plague Tale's also on
He's also got it on PC.
PlayStation.
His PlayStation.
Almost
his
getting
Nintendo.
us-
You
yeah.
get the Switch or you get the
It's
on Game Pass.
To me personally,
It's on Game Pass.
I'm on the wait and see mode.
I don't think he likes the game.
I want to see like first what the Xbox is gonna show. Like if Halo looks significantly better on that Series X, I'll get the Series X. I'm gonna get both regardless. It's basically which one am I getting first? That's where I'm at. Like
Well, it's like there's a quote from a podcast I listened to. But a guy always says whenever something new, he says it more for movies.
Yeah.
But it applies for games. It's like, don't. Obviously, he's like, I don't judge it right off the bat. He's like, I see what they got. He's like, so, show me what you got. Basically, that's what it is. He's like, he goes to see a movie, show me what you got. He doesn't judge remakes just because it's a remake.
So-
It's like, show me what you
and
got.
that's exactly where we're at now.
I mean, for you it's different than for me, because you have an Xbox X, so you have the top tier.
So for you, it'll be a fucking massive leap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So me,
He's gonna
who's
sit
been
there.
dying for an Xbox X, it's just like, okay, I waited my time. Now my time has come to fucking upgrade.
I'm the same way with like the Pro. I was gonna put money down, but I'm like, I'm just gonna save it for PS5.
Especially if they're gonna be doing the same games.
But you see now, I think what Microsoft is doing is really pro-consumer. Like if you buy an Xbox One X now, you're not fucked. For next, you at least in your mind, like I have 2 years with this thing. At least I'll be able to play these games.
Well,
Or even if you have an Xbox One, if you're a kid that got an Xbox One this Christmas or whatever,
kids don't matter.
like,
Because they don't matter anymore. Back in the day, they mattered. Now it's about
Dude,
people our age that buy video games.
dude, how good would it have been to be a kid now? Like if I like.
No, it wouldn't. Kids suck. Have you seen
No,
fucking kids play video games?
but
It's the most annoying shit on the planet.
Think about it. If I gave, let's say my kid was older, he was like 7 or something. If I got him an Xbox One,
You would be annoyed.
all digital edition, right?
You would
with
be,
Game Pass.
You would be annoyed.
You imagine being a kid having Game Pass?
Because he wouldn't want to play anything on Game Pass. He would just want to play Fortnite
Or Minecraft.
or Minecraft.
But
No,
the,
Roblox now.
Roblox, yeah, that's another one.
Roblox has been for a long
Yeah,
time.
you're about to say, like, that shit's fire, bro.
Like yo, I'm playing right now.
But that's what it is. Like, kids don't
That's all
game
my niece-
anymore.
That's all my niece plays. If
Roblox?
she criticizes what I'm playing, she's like, that looks boring. I'm like,
I don't even know.
But how different was it? Because when I was a kid, all I did was fucking play Pokemon. So it was like,
Yeah, but that was all we had. Like, you know what I mean?
as the elder statesman here, I had Nintendo, so I had a variety of shitty games.
I had.
I mean, because back in the day, it was fun back in the day because
No matter how shitty the game was, you thought it was the best shit ever.
and the best thing about it is you go to the store and you have the cover. It's not like now you got trailers. Like you get to see that guy, like, oh my god, look at this thing, fucking night in the front.
Fuck, there's a. Boobies.
I'm gonna.
I remember-
I got a mom playing this one.
renting a G.I. Joe game just because I love the cartoon. I was like, G.I. Joe!
I want that
Yeah.
shit.
Played it, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
No, and all those games, because I remember the same shit happening to me. Like, but for me, it was like, yeah, NES, Super Nintendo. Like, you just get stuck in the first, like, 3 levels, and that's all you play the entire time you have that game.
If anybody has ever passed the underwater level on Ninja Turtles, please let me know.
But you was just there, it just always got to that point. And
I always get there. That was the end game for me. I get there, I'm like, oh yeah, I did
That's like
good.
flawed. Nobody's ever beaten it. Well, if you beat that, please meet me.
If anybody's beating Battletoads,
God.
give me a
Battle.
call.
Oh my.
Do you guys remember even Sonic? I remember Sonic. Once you get
Sonic,
to the like,
I get-
underwater thing,
You know what's the worst?
that one or the
You know what's the
casino
worst part about the casino one was easy. Right?
it was I think like 2 after that.
Yeah, it's the water one where you have to. I know which one.
Yeah, I never got to the water one. I think I got there once.
But you just kept.
What about the
I just kept
Halloween? What
replaying
about the
it.
Halloween mission?
Yeah, that was
Like the
fun.
purple one?
That was that Sonic 3,
That's Sonic 2.
2.
Man, I think they had a crazy sound and it was like all like the art. And then if you look at it now, it's like shit.
But at the time when you're a kid, you fucking just play that shit over and over again.
So you're saying you're excited for the Sonic movie?
No,
Is it this month? Next month?
next month.
Valentine's Day. You can take Kim to go see you. For Valentine's.
You should take us out.
Say, hey babe, we're gonna go see a movie on Valentine's Day. She don't think it's some romantic comedy. You pop in and Sonic the Hedgehog.
It'll just be a comedy.
Watch it be good.
I know. Watch it be awesome.
Jim Carrey's in it. I don't know.
Do you? All right, another question. Do you think? Okay, so I'll say this from the get. I believe that PS5 was still also than the Xbox, right? Even if it's more even this time around, even if it's like
It's gonna come down to the pricing to start,
yes,
which
and
I think Sony is gonna wait for Xbox to jump first on that.
I think they're both waiting for each other.
What do you think? What do you think it costs?
It's like they're playing
What do
chicken
you
right
think
now.
it costs?
500, 450 to 500. That's my.
And the thing is, but Xbox, the thing with Xbox is that the rumor is to have 2 models, 2 series. It's not just a Series X. It's a series where you assume if you're.
XY.
Yeah, imagine.
I'm getting mad right now because I know I'm gonna buy whatever it is.
Oh, there's a Series S. If
I'm
you're
not gonna think about it twice.
so a Series S is supposed to be like $400, and it's 1440p.
And then like 3 years later, they're gonna drop another one.
Series XX.
Even power.
I'm gonna give somebody my
No, the Series
X,
XX brings a dildo, so that's a different.
I didn't even sugarcoat that one. Fucking people. You guys all suck.
Do you, George? You've been around the block. You've seen all these consoles.
Sadly, I have.
Yeah.
I've had the Sega Master System. I want to say, my parents had OG Atari. That's
Yeah, so you know.
I have played it, but that was not my console.
You had a Sega Master System, so you know what failure feels like, right? So
Listen, Rocky 4 on Sega Master System was awesome. I couldn't pass Drago, but
it ain't no punch outs. I'll say.
you don't know until you try it, bro.
I don't have to try it. Punch out.
Oh damn.
It's
Well,
a dude named Pasta Pizza. Come on.
Mike Tyson.
The game was slightly racist. What?
Mike Tyson was in the original version that was only out for so long until.
Yeah, that's like I think is that version like super rare or something. Do you see? Do you think? PlayStation's gonna sweep the floor again with Microsoft, or I think because I felt like this gen, like it's gonna sound a little bit. I'm not trying to take anything away from Sony here because Sony has killed it completely. This gen, they completely they deserve everything they've done, but in a way, if you think about it, they kind of ran unopposed because Microsoft wasn't like. They were like just recovering from the beginning.
It's like 2 runners starting in a hurdle run, and Microsoft just tripped over that first hurdle, and Sony
like,
just kept running.
And sprang their leg.
Yeah.
So like in the entire time,
was just stepping over each
My
other.
leg hurts.
exactly. So Xbox, in a way, they weren't competing because like first party output wasn't there because the entire time Phil Spencer was trying to fix the image of the console, right?
And then when they dropped the Halo games that weren't as well received as the previous ones, so
I'll tell you right now, Halo 5, that was a fucking letdown.
So that just dropped them more where people
Why
are
you
like,
gotta bring up old shit?
so that something like that pushes people over to Sony, where it's like, well,
A lot. No, that's the thing.
Why am I here? Then
I know there's a lot of
I love.
There's a lot of Xbox diehard Xbox people that I grew up with that went over to Sony because you play something like Horizon, Last of Us, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
what was that? Then did they get the like exclusive maps license for Call of Duty for a while?
all
or
that shit,
something?
yeah. like stuff that Xbox was doing last time around.
Yeah, so that they got it back.
So like we said, like they swept the floor with Microsoft this gen. This time around, Microsoft's not sleeping. They're actually coming. Like the way they announced a console out of fucking nowhere, the Game Awards, they were trying to be aggressive. It's not about catching us at a surprise, also catching Sony fucking surprise. I'm pretty sure Sony had no fucking idea that they were gonna. Excuse me, they were gonna show the Xbox there.
No.
And they kept, when the entire time we're talking about games, no TV, none of that bullshit. Games.
You think they learned their lesson?
They learned their lesson. And what they do, they showed a game with it, right? So Microsoft, the quality of their first-party games, obviously, it's up in the air now. We don't know what the fuck they're gonna be able to do. Sony, we know
they have some very reliable studios under them now.
Sure, but like we know that this time Microsoft is gonna be on the offensive. That's what makes me feel that this next gen it won't be as skewed. It'll be a little bit more. Even if PlayStation sells like even more, say that's 120 million, I don't think Xbox will be at 40. I think it'll be like at 80. It'll go back to like how 360 was. And just me thinking, what do you think about that?
I think about like if. To use another analogy, this was basically since the systems since PS2 and then Xbox came in, it's been like a boxing match where you're throwing shots at each other. Obviously, PS2 was the most dominant console of like all. They weren't
fighting. They weren't fighting. He threw a rocket launcher.
but that's just. But what I'm saying is, Microsoft came out. They threw a jab. Felt out. They're like, all right, we see what we have to do.
I know. Then they put brass knuckles inside the gloves. And they sucker punched them.
Yeah. Apparently, they sucker punched themselves a couple times with their system failures.
The thing. This happened. They put the brass knuckles, and then they got caught. And they're like, oh shit.
Yeah, then Sony hit him with a body blow when PS4 came out, and it was just like, now it's to see Microsoft how you're gonna recover from this.
Exactly.
Are you gonna be the next, as people say, are you gonna be the next Dreamcast, where you can have all the shiniest specs and everything can be great for you,
but the mind share is not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sony's like, unfortunately, like even though Nintendo's still around, they're still kind of like the new Millennium Nintendo.
Yes.
In a way where like they're the dominant force. It's like we dictate what goes on.
But to be fair, the Switch, Wii U sold 2 million fucking units.
I know, but what I was gonna say too is that Nintendo's back here just yeah, you guys fight. I'm swimming in my money.
I know, and the Switch is selling so well that they're predicting it's gonna outsell the PS4 by the end of it. If it continues that, which
it's the thing with the Nintendos, they release like mid-stream lately now,
yeah.
So it's like
they're like mid-gens.
It's like, so do you count that as this hardware gen, or do you count that as the next
weird.
Hardware
yeah,
generation?
It is weird. And also, I wonder how much next gen stuff is going to take some of the wind off the Switch.
It will a little bit, as far as adults go.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna be focused more on, and that I think that leads perfectly to the fact that the rumors are that they're releasing the Switch Pro. They're working on that thing.
That's been a rumor for a while.
Yeah, so you figure, when's the best time to release the Switch Pro? The time the next gen consoles are coming out, right?
Yeah. So that's when they're probably gonna come out.
That's probably what they've been holding off on it too.
Yeah, like hold off on it and.
Probably know that thing could have been completed like last year, and they're just sitting there like. New systems coming out next year. We're gonna see what they got.
We need something,
and we're gonna have something that grabs our attention.
I think at the end of the day, it is about the games. Like that's what I want to see. Like the launch, like Halo Infinite is a huge fucking deal for launching with the X. Like it is. Like Halo 5 was fucking shitty, but Halo Infinite is a huge fucking deal for launching a console. I want to see what Sony has to combat. Demon Souls is also like the rumors.
You're not hyped for Godfall, bro?
Anyways, no, I mean Godfall to me, if it's like a cheaper game, just from what we've seen of that leaked footage, I don't know anything else.
Will it be this gen's Warframe?
That's what I think. That's what I get the feeling I get.
That game's still around.
I know.
People are still playing that shit.
And it's doing fucking fantastic. Yep. Apparently.
Go
ahead, Pedro.
It's hard.
Zippers in.
Oh, sorry.
It's hard, then fucking rub one off real quick.
Done.
That was quick.
Well, you guys were watching. So fast. Oh man. No, I'm sorry. When it comes to like, it's hard. It's just hard to think about.
I know what you mean. Like it's hard to like trying to think. It's like
This should be interesting.
Yeah. List of PlayStation games, PS5 games. Let's see.
Why are you guys doing this to me?
Oh yeah, it is true. Watchdog Legions was announced. Like they said, it will
Why
be
is this still
cross-gen.
a thing? Both of those games suck.
Dude, you know what I want to see? The next Assassin's Creed running on next gen. I want to fucking see that thing.
I'll see it. I ain't gonna buy it anymore. Though.
I'm not buying no more fucking
honestly,
EA.
fucking
Fuck
fucking-
EA. I'm done with EA.
I've been done with EA. People complain about EA. I've been done.
But,
I'm not buying anything related
what's
to EA.
those rumors of them bringing back Knights of the Old Republic?
Yep.
Okay,
And
wait a minute.
Actually, making one game that has both stories in it as one.
Well,
so.
that's the thing. Like, so I have this contract with myself that if anything's related to Star Wars, I have to buy it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
So you can't say fuck EA then.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's
with
it's
the
a
balls.
loophole. So fuck EA, but I'm buying that. I have to fix my laptop. I have so many like games on my laptop.
I don't think they work anymore. How long has your laptop not work?
forever.
Probably 2 years.
So do you guys have anything else to say about next gen or?
No.
Xbox all day.
We're still like right now everything's speculation, and I know it sounds like there's nothing. Like how much can you say? Like there's nothing we don't know much.
You can't talk about anything when you don't know nothing.
Fucking Sony just announced your goddamn press conference already. I want to get this shit. I want to know at least the hell's going on. Just
Master Chief is king.
Do you guys want to talk about what you guys been playing? Paige, just say Call of Duty, and you're not. You don't go.
Call of Duty, Pokemon.
God damn it.
He tried to save it by saying Pokemon really fast after.
Call of Duty, Pokemon.
Wait, which
Like-
the new Pokemon?
Yeah,
How do you feel about that game?
I like it. I just been playing more Call of Duty than Pokemon.
Dude, okay, so
It's confusing. It's
that Pokemon game, bro, man. So I'm a Pokemon fan, right?
I know
Like a
you are.
lapsed Pokemon fan.
I know.
But man, like this, you know the feeling of playing a new Pokemon game and just seeing the new Pokemon. Oh my god, what the fuck is this thing evolved to? That feeling, I got this with this game. Oh, seeing all these new Pokemon.
Who did you start with?
Grookey,
Who's Grookey? The
monkey, the
That's
grass.
what me too.
Okay, so
I
like
should have picked the rabbit though.
Cinderace, yeah.
I don't know. I call them by their actual animals.
Oh, the rabbit,
The rabbit.
the fire rabbit. It just to me is like that game, man. Like it was a letdown in a way because yeah, the new Pokemon are there, but it's so simple. Like legit, I went from one gym to the other in like 5 minutes. I got 2 badges like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I kind of stopped playing. I was like, am I doing this wrong? Am I
Like it
missing
just
something?
I don't know. Like there's something like
They have DLC.
what?
They have a DLC coming for the game.
Yeah, like that's fine. It just I don't know, man. Like and like people that love the competitive scene of it love this game. It's like yeah, the competitive scene is way better now. I don't know, bro. I'm not into the competitive shit, so I don't care about it. But man, that game let me down big time. And how's Call of Duty treating you?
I love it.
Is it the DLC out?
They're not charging for DLC.
Yeah, so it's just free updates, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, you know how, like, I feel like, one, they're really intuitive to what people are complaining and bitching about. Like, if
They're updating quick.
Yeah, they're actually patching shit. Like, if like, the shotguns are always been a problem, they're tweaking things slightly. I mean, it's not...
But I heard that shotgun is real fun.
I don't use shotguns. I mean, I've done it, like, if... I guess it was like somebody was on their Infinity Ward's fucking Twitter, and they're like a whole bunch of people started to say, "Can you bring back shipment? Can you bring back shipment?" So they brought 24 hours of shipment.
And it's complete like fucking chaos.
I mean, yeah, and it's fun. It's fucking great. I mean, it feels.
How
like
good does it look for you in your?
I have no problems. Like I have nothing to gauge.
Did you? So you don't have no comparison.
I have nothing.
Did you play the campaign?
Yeah.
You liked it?
It looked fine to me. I love the campaign. The story.
Dude,
I love how it was a kickback to what, like a predecessor to.
Yeah, I fucking that game. It looks fucking real nice.
It does. It
looks
really does. They did a good job. They really did a good job.
Yeah. And George, what have you been playing?
I would be
But
playing.
Masters 5.
Other than that, I've been
Besides-
playing.
Tangaro?
I've been playing a bunch of games.
Kakaroto.
Actually.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
actually.
been playing Dragon Ball.
Kakarot.
Kakarot,
Where's my
yeah.
phone? I'm gonna buy it right now.
Yeah. Obviously, just Jedi Fallen Order. I've just been getting.
Oh yeah, I've been
frustrated
playing
with.
that too. That's a great game.
I keep,
I haven't beat it.
I keep dying, but it's just before I get to another save point, so I start all the way back at the other side.
Are you having a hard time with the pairing?
Yeah.
I don't parry.
The timing
I
is fucked up. The pairing, especially with animals, it's hard to fucking read. I recommend just turning that to the easiest difficulty if you have it. Like it turns more to an arcadey hack and slash. But
I don't want to have fun like that. I want to play it.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like if a lot of people I heard like have a hard time with the pairing system.
Wait, do you get any achievements if you don't play
Yeah,
hard?
you get difficulty doesn't affect achievements.
So wait, you telling me I've been playing this shit to this unfucking thing? Because I only play these games for the story. I don't care.
Yeah, you can put the easiest mode, but again, you won't get like it'll feel too like very straightforward, I guess, because like you won't have to parry as much and just go crazy killing people.
I respectfully disagree. I'm not doing that. Oh look, no.
Top.
So, what'd you think of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
It's fun so far. So relatively early in the game where I just kind of wander around for a while. So I'm still trying to figure out like just like how is the rest of the game gonna be? Because right now it's taking you in each individual story.
It's a complete retelling.
Yes, complete retelling of Z. The side missions are exactly those little filler episodes sometimes that you get in there. Like right now I'm doing one that's literally Gohan just going home.
Do you think the DMV episode will be there?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
It is. I've already said that it is.
Do you get to drive? Or is it just a cutscene?
No, you get to drive. There was actually a little mission that you could do now, but I don't have a car to do it yet.
Got it.
So I haven't unlocked the building a car thing.
Wait, what? You can build cars?
Apparently.
Okay, hold on.
He's like, I'm about to buy this game right now.
Yeah,
Who cares about finding an apartment?
Sorry, I just figured I gotta fix something on YouTube. Or latest audio did not upload.
Interesting.
So are we the new cast?
Yes, we said this
That's
last
it.
time.
There's no other people coming.
It's us.
Yeah.
You know, Game Pass has allowed me.
I didn't know.
Game Pass has allowed me to play stuff that would never have played otherwise. It's like Netflix in a sense. Like you now watch stuff that like normally you wouldn't go out of your way to. Like if it required money from you, you wouldn't watch. Like right, I started playing Frostpunk. Have you played that? Like it's like a strategy game. It's like a city building game, but with strategy elements. It's like so the setup. It's like you see Snowpiercer, like when the world is like it's all snow. It's like that. So you start off with this big generator, and everybody's crowded around it for like for heat, right? And you just like it's like from the top, like Sims, right?
Like our
SimCity.
kind of, yeah.
And then you send your people out to get resources, come back, and you slowly start building streets, building new structures. It is really fucking cool. That game is really fucking fun. That's on Game Pass. Frostpunk. And like you have to, it's more about you're not fighting anything. You're fighting the elements. You're mostly managing stuff. I would definitely try it out. It's a ton of fun. And another game that's on there now is A Plague Tale. Heard about that?
Yeah, that was the one with you had to use the rat, the rats and shit.
Dude, that game is pretty fucking fun.
I saw a trailer for that, but I didn't bother.
It's a perfect Game Pass game. Like seriously, like it's a game that normally I think I would have paid for price for, but
wait, we did not talk about something.
What?
Cyberpunk being delayed.
That's just the polish, I think.
Yeah, it's just for polishing.
So you guys aren't upset?
No.
Okay. Alright. I'd rather have my game now.
No, you know why I wasn't upset? You know why I'm not upset? Because for me, I was like, yeah, Final Fantasy VII, 1 week. The week after Cyberpunk, I'm like, okay, so like
They both were delayed though. So.
Yeah, but at least the Final Fantasy VII, I have time to like play it now.
Yeah.
And then Cyberpunk Avengers getting fucked because I'm not playing that now because Cyberpunk comes out like close to Avengers.
Oh, I wasn't bothered.
I think Avengers getting delayed to next gen.
Yeah, bro.
I think it is.
I don't think it's.
I wasn't gonna bother with the Avengers game.
It looks like trash, but it doesn't look like trash, but it just looks underwhelming.
I think it's played out.
They had a chance to make something really awesome. It's just not that.
It's played out because everybody's already done with
Destiny style.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. Everybody's done with fucking with the MCU. Like, you know what I mean. I mean, there's still more coming, but I mean, as of like the main content, there's not really, you know.
Yeah, but
I feel like I'm done.
I think there's enough, especially the Spider-Man game. Like people want another, like, superhero game.
Oh yeah, but that has its niche. You know what I mean? That's something that's separate. It's not from that. I feel like that the Avengers game is trying to do that, but they're not doing it well.
Do you think Microsoft, all the studios they have, they're gonna try to get some license from Marvel so they could counter Spider-Man?
They might. I think
Or maybe not even Marvel, maybe DC.
probably
Maybe
DC.
WB. They would need to.
I was gonna say because I think Marvel's doing everything. They can't do anything about Spider-Man, but I think everything's gonna be under the Marvel
Yeah. So
umbrellas now. So.
but what game do you think will be interesting for Microsoft to try to do to counter?
I don't know. I don't want to
On
say.
you, man. Why you gotta ask these questions?
I don't want to say.
What would you want?
I want a good Green Lantern game first of all.
I knew that's what you were gonna say.
But imagine if a big ass studio with all the money in the world get allowed to make a Green Lantern game.
Exactly. It can be fucking great if they let it.
Then somebody go Team Green immediately.
Well, we get like freaking Batman games up the ass here. You know, then there's
But DC is
DC has
WB, right?
they have so many heroes, and it's
So
like
I doubt WB is the thing. Like,
I want to see Steel.
want that, but I doubt WB will want a game just to be exclusive to one.
nobody wants to see Shaq.
I want to see Steel.
Unless they bite the rights completely, like Green
Bring
Lantern
back Steel.
for games.
They could work a deal out.
Yeah, that'd be
I
interesting.
reached between my legs. Right?
Don't worry.
I think
wanna
with that we
touch
should
something
probably
hard.
wrap it up.
And we're done. You can be back in 15 minutes.
So you guys want to wrap it up there, or
Well, we didn't talk about the
what?
movies.
You guys have to say about movies?
Yeah, watch Sexual Education Season 2. It was great.
What did you learn?
No hoes are also yes hoes to some people.
Rapist?
No. That was... okay. I'm done. Yeah,
I
no.
got a couple of things that I watched. I watched Marriage Story on Netflix.
Oh, how was it?
Oh, how's that?
It's good, and there's at one point where there's a very, very fucking realistic argument where even you sit back like,
You look at your wife like, yo.
that's the thing. We were sitting next to each other watching that movie. I'm like, I ain't gonna say nothing right now.
I'm not starting
This shit just got real.
Oh,
Right?
damn, for real?
Wait,
I can't be watching a movie.
Is it the same argument that's been like you see it like on Facebook, that clip? They're like arguing about like
Him
he
cheating
starts
on her?
crying at the end of the argument.
Yeah.
That argument.
Yeah.
That I seen that.
So the one who's like, you cheated on me?
That shit got real.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And it's a long argument. It's like a good almost 10 minutes.
So is the movie like they're separated, right?
Yeah, the movie starts out literally like, I'll give you very minor spoilers. The movie's about a divorce, right? Let's just get that out the way. But the movie starts out them doing voiceovers about why they love each other and everything. Then when you cut in and actually see the movie, they're at like a therapist's office discussing like their divorce. And you're just like, wait, what? What just happened? And that's basically the whole movie is them trying to come to grips with their divorce, what they're gonna do, basically how it all works, where you try to be amicable with the other person,
it's never-
then lawyers get involved, even though you said they weren't going to be lawyers,
And then it gets crazy.
yeah, then it's all that, and it's all about trying to deal with it. And I like the movie because it doesn't take sides. Like, you know, sometimes there'll be a movie that will be like, it was all his fault that this happened, or it was all her fault. It's like, no, it shows you that they both had reasons.
It's realistic. It's two people with different,
Yes.
you know. Yeah.
And it's two very fantastic performances by Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver. Yes, Kylo Ren can act, if people didn't know that.
I knew that.
Kylo Ren and fucking Black Widow do
Yeah.
things.
They do other than hero movies and fantasy films.
What?
My favorite thing with Adam Driver is when he did SNL and he played the
Radio technician?
no, when he played the oil tycoon.
Oh, yeah.
My job is to destroy my enemies, and everybody's laughing in the back.
Yeah,
That's
fucking,
right.
yeah.
That's pretty good. I have Hulu now. You ever watched Letterkenny on Hulu?
No.
Please watch it. It's
Dude, I legit watch. I barely watch.
Letterkenny.
Dude, that last thing I watched all the way through was fucking Witcher.
It's got to be game related for me to finish it.
Fantastic. The Witcher.
I finished it.
Fantastic.
I liked it. I mean, it was confusing, but then like, oh, it's cool.
Did you like The Witcher? You saw the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm gonna watch it back. I'm gonna watch it again.
The other thing I actually watched was I finally got around to watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good.
Really? Let me know. I want to know your words on that.
I actually didn't like it.
Damn.
How dare you? And you call yourself a movie buff. I don't
Listen,
know, bro.
I think it's because he's a movie buff. He said he could say that.
I ain't gonna suck Quentin's dick here or anything. You know, if you make a shit film, make a shit film. Sorry.
I'm sorry, bro, but you lost.
That's not damn.
You think he's gonna win an Oscar anyway?
It's probably for screenwriting, but the movie is literally.
Is it boring? What about it?
It's long paced.
It's not even as boring because I was into the movie. Have you seen Inglourious Bastards at all?
Pieces, yeah.
Do you know about how he changes historical events in that one?
Yeah.
He kind of does the same thing here.
Because from the trailers, this dude is there.
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson.
He's very, very smart. Literally what they show you in the trailer, that's how you see it. So, but the Manson family isn't there, but they honestly feel like just like a background thing. Like they're just there.
Like it's a story in the background that's not really important, but they're giving some emphasis to it.
But then they give emphasis at the end, and you're just like, you didn't really spend that much time building these crazy douchebags up.
Yeah. You feel like a good Charles Manson movie should be the thing? Or something?
Yes, they need to do a good Charles Manson movie. But then you got Brad Pitt playing Brad Pitt. Literally, that's all I felt watching him. I'm like
stunt version of Brad Pitt.
This is the guy like I see at award shows all the time. Same sense of humor and everything.
I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm fucking cool. I could be 90 years old and I'll be cool.
I mean, what makes the parts that were absolutely watchable were the parts with Leonardo DiCaprio in it, because I liked him as the has-been actor. Like just coming to grips with like where his career is now.
Realizing that he can't. Maybe he doesn't know how to act.
No, he knows how to act. He's not the star anymore.
Yeah.
Because gotta remember those times you were like a star for a certain amount of time, and then
I don't know. Cause I don't know. I think I see some clips of it, and the vibe I got from it was like that he was just like this specific type of actor.
He was. He was a cowboy movie.
Exactly. So the industry was changing to more like realistic acting and stuff, and he couldn't keep up with that.
Well, that and he was aging.
Yeah.
He aged out. They wanted the new young guy.
Yeah.
And then Margot Robbie is like completely like wasted in this movie.
Yeah.
She's just there for.
She's just a pretty face. Honestly, that's all.
Pretty face.
Yeah, just what she is in the movie. Those are all my complaints of where I didn't feel like there was a movie in it. It just felt like Quentin showing love to a time that he loved.
It's a series of moments, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real plot or anything.
Not really, no. There isn't.
I want to see it just to see for shits and giggles.
I mean, it's not.
It's not a bad.
Like I was gonna say, I said I didn't like it, but it's not a terrible film.
Yeah.
Like, it's just out of Quentin Tarantino's movies, it's not one that I'm gonna be like, I need to watch that one again.
You know what? You watched it. You watched it home, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but watching that in the movie theaters, it felt like you were watching an old school movie. At that time, like it did the whole setting up of the play set of it.
Yeah.
Was good, and that's what probably improved it. It's like I've never seen Avatar in the movie theater.
Yeah.
But everybody who saw Avatar when it came on in IMAX says it's like the best movie ever.
My brother, who doesn't watch movies like that, saw Avatar in the movie theater. He's like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
that 3D shit."
But I saw.
He's even good on the TV upstairs.
Yeah, I saw. You know what I mean? I saw it not like that. I saw it on a DVD because I had a girl come over and I didn't have a movie. And I didn't have cable in my room at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Go to more details. What happened?
I'm not going. I watched the movie next morning. That's where I got the movie from. How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
2010.
Yeah, the sequel's coming out, so it's going to be about 11 years. When
how long ago was that movie released on Blu-ray?
2010. I remember I bought it. I bought it the day it came out.
I bought it at CVS.
I bought it at Walmart.
I bought it at CVS with the girl in the car. I'm like, yeah, because I just realized what happened was when we switched over cable, and they were coming in the next day, and I had my TV, and I had no internet, no nothing, and I'm like, this is before Netflix, and I'm like, have you seen that new that Avatar movie?
Just trying to do that Blockbuster and chill.
Blockbuster and chill.
There's no Netflix and chill.
Yo, speaking of,
I just needed something loud to put in the background so nobody hears talk.
We have all this. Sometimes we have all the, all the ease that we have now, the ease of access to all this content we have now. Sometimes I just miss like those Friday nights, like after school.
You're the guy that sees the picture of the Blockbuster and be like, damn, I miss those days.
Yeah, like it's
I don't. Fucking don't.
I miss elbowing like 5 people to get the movie I wanted because they all reaching for the same one.
No,
it's just
not like that.
I hate getting yelled at to bring a movie the next day.
I guess, like maybe as a kid, I had to deal with that shit, right? My parents did.
No, you had to ask for something.
The freaking decal off the disc, and they keep accusing me as the one. Well, you were the last one that rented it. It was fine when I brought it to your ass. Just because you have an employee who tried to take that shit off and take it home and put it back, you want to try to charge me $50? Fuck off.
So you guys are not down with the whole rental thing from back in the day?
I hate you. I love it. One time I sneaked into the, you know how West Coast Video had the adult section? Yeah. My dad was talking. It was like my dad was going to we were ordering the movie, and I was like, I looked back over the forth, and I ran right into it. I just ran. I did it. Oh my god! And I just remember yelling at my brother, Jose, hurry up before we get caught! And my brother Jose ran. He goes, whoa! And then we got our asses whooped. That was the only way that it was like running for the border.
Jesus Christ.
But in the border, there was a tits and ass everywhere.
What was your rental store of choice?
I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was before Blockbuster. It was
Before.
yes, before Blockbuster.
Dude, there was so many in Lawrence. There was
Yeah,
like
it was like a little one that was right next to a laundromat that my parents used to like work at.
Laundromat. Where? What street?
I think it was on off Broadway or something.
Wait a minute. There was one.
It was way back.
Like Methuen.
Yeah, it was like close to like
By the
Methuen,
lights,
yeah.
like there was CVS on the street. It was
Yeah, it was like
West Coast. Was
Yeah.
it? Was it West Coast?
that shit had so many different names,
Yeah.
dude. It was always
Hollywood
videos.
Video, West Coast Video.
It was something else before all that.
there was
too.
West. My brother worked at a West Coast.
There was a Blockbuster in the Loop.
Yeah,
There was a Blockbuster, not a Blockbuster, a Hollywood Video.
in South
Yeah, that's what I used to
at
work
the
at.
plaza.
That's what I used to work at. There was one at you know what Fu Hang is?
Yep, that one. What was that?
Huh?
That was Blockbuster, right?
No, it's like Hollywood Video or something like
I
that.
remember going there. That's where I got the we rented Enter the Dragon. I remember returning it because my dad was mad. I don't know why.
Shit. So yeah, I think we should wrap it up.
We're done. Bye.
That's it.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Hey George, you want to sign us out?
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for
My name's
listening.
Pedro. Love me
Back
on
again
Twitter.
next week.
Never ready Pedro. That's my name, bitches.
Shut up.
Send me $1 for a Lambo.